Hi, this is Owen Astrachan, and I'm going to help everybody understand how to do a Python APT now that we're testing within Eclipse instead of testing in the browser. The first thing we need to do is get the APT into Eclipse. So I'm going to go to the Snarfer browser. First I'm going to see if I can keep my picture afloat because I'm sure you want to see my image all the time. Now I'm going to the Snarfer browser. I'm going to pick an APT. I'm going to choose the Always Difficult Cheeseburger. Now when we install this project, and I'm just using the defaults, I'm going to make sure use the downloaded project, just clicking finish, finish, finish. Here's the APT Cheeseburger. I click on that, I click on source, and you'll see several Python modules, etester, parse, and stoppable thread. Those aren't ones that I'm going to write myself. I need to write the module for testing cheeseburger. So I'm going to go to my favorite browser and browse to the cheeseburger APT description. I'm clicking right here. Here it is. It says that I must use the module name cheeseburger.py. You can see that right there. I must write a function named caloric. I'm going to copy paste that. Now I'm going back to my Eclipse session. I'm going to right click, new pydev module. I need to make sure that the name is the same. I'm using cheeseburger, uppercase, cheeseburger. Click finish or hit return. I'm waiting. I have the spinning rainbow wheel, which means the system's thinking. Hopefully, eventually, I'm going to get cheeseburger. Here it is, cheeseburger.py. I copied it in. I've read very carefully, and I know that what I'm supposed to do is return cheeseburger, so just to show you that it doesn't work, I say return hamburger. Now to test it, what I want to do is run this function. I want to call order over and over again with different inputs, different parameters. The etester module that I snarfed will allow me to do that. So I click on that to make that the active Python module. You can see its color here is blue. I'm going to go to the Run menu. I can also go to this little icon here, which is Run as Python Run. And that ran. We don't see any output because etester doesn't display in the console. What it does is it generates a results.html file. For me to see that, I have to make source active and go to File, Refresh. Now we see results.html. When I click on that, I've failed every test case. Every test case I failed 0 out of 30. So now I'm going to go back into my cheeseburger. I realize, oh yes, I'm supposed to return cheeseburger. Now I need to run etester. Cheeseburger is my active file because it's in blue. Make etester active, just click the run button. It runs it in Python. Click the file, do refresh. I'll just click on it here. That reloads it, and I've all passes. So it's all green. That's the cheeseburger APT, and I'm all done. Now sometimes APTs are a little more difficult, and you might want to test it without running etester, which tests it, in this case, 30 times, sometimes up to 100 times. Sometimes you might just want to run cheeseburger yourself. Sorry, run order yourself to test it with different inputs. There are a couple of ways you can do that. These are outlined on the web, but I'm just going to show you them here. One is to make this module, cheeseburger, actually generate something in the console. One way to do that is to come down here at the bottom and say if name is main, then print the results of calling order on 52. If I save that and now run as Python run, you can see that it printed in the console. What I've done is I've created a main, a way of invoking the code I wrote when this module is run. This is kind of the boilerplate Python code that says when you run this module, start here. You need to let Python know to call this function. I could have also said print all done and print order 99. And if I run it now, I'll save it. And now you can see my console has more things in it. Cheeseburger, all done, and cheeseburger. Sometimes it's useful to actually have my Python console. I can do that with the cheeseburger function, or any function, by coming down here and saying, I'd like to open a console. I want to open the pydiv console for the currently active editor. Now my Python console shows up. I would like to get this order function. If I just call order, it doesn't know what it is. What I need to do is import the order function from this Python module. So I'm going to say from, the name of the module in this case is cheeseburger. You don't use py, that's not part of the name. That's what the Python extension is. From cheeseburger, import order. Now I can just call order 57 and I get the results of running it. I can even print it. But now in my Python console, I'm done. Of course, once I'm done with cheeseburger, testing it using the etester to make sure I'm all green, I can submit it. I use the submit code button. I want to submit for CPS 6, APT 1, and I'm going to my next. I'm going to submit from the file system. That allows me to select multiple things. I can go to bog square and select just bogsquare.py. And I can also select the README. I can go to cheeseburger, source, and select cheeseburger.py. Finish, be prompted for my file name. Sorry, my username, my NetID, not my file name. And I'm done. My submission was successful. I can test that with the history channel button. Go to APT1, get my history. I have to authenticate again with my NetID and password. I submitted bog square, readme, and cheeseburger. I'm all good. I can submit as many times as I want. Cancel. Done. I forgot to do the green dance. You always want to do the green dance. It's very important. Your mileage may vary. And as they say in Hollywood, that's a wrap. All done. And